Hi everyone, welcome to How-FixIT. In this video I'll show you how to replace cracked display on iPhone XS Max and save to turn a new screen. For repair you will need a new display module for iPhone XS Max, a screwdriver set, plastic mediator, a plastic opening tool, tweezers, suction cup for removing display, adhesive tape for restore water protection, and one more very important auxiliary tool, without which I do not begin any repair, is a magnetic mat. In the iPhone XS Max a lot of screws, and they are different sizes, and it's very important not to confuse them in reassembling process. In the description under the video you will find links where to buy new display and all these tools for repair iPhone XS Max. Okay, let's begin. Turn off the iPhone and remove two screws near lighting port. In my case the screen is broken, and because of this the suction cup cannot fix fine on the surface of the screen. To solve this problem you need just tape, so this should be enough to secure the suction cup. And take any hairdryer and heat the surface of the display for 1 or 2 minutes. The required temperature for heating is 60 or 70 degrees Celsius. Almost any hairdryer will be enough to detach the display from the case. And take a plastic mediator and begin to disconnect the display from this case. At the top of the iPhone case, do not push the plastic mediator into the case too much, so as not to damage the Face ID module. First you need to disconnect the battery cable and then disconnect 3 cables of the display. Next step is reinstalling the speaker with sensors. This process is not complicated, but it requires attention. Now a very important step, you need to carefully detach the sensors from the display. Before removing, I recommend warming up the cable with a hairdryer. Take a thin but not sharp tool, it is the best plastic one, and begin peeling off the cable from the bottom. The light sensor is the part of Face ID system, so you need to very carefully remove it. If the sensor damaged, the Face ID system will not work. That's it, the cable is removed, and now it can be reinstalled on new display. In the description under the video you will find link where to buy new display for iPhone XS Max. So the display module is assembled, and now I will connect the display and test it. To test iPhone, just connect 3 display cables and then battery cable. Let's begin test the Face ID module, speaker and new screen. As you can see, there is no two-tone toggle below the lighting slider. This is because the new display doesn't have the native factory firmware from this iPhone. Now I will fix this and let's turn off the display again. To restore two-tone function, you need a programmer to transfer the firmware from the old display to new one. The process of transferring the firmware is very simple. Connect the broken display, read the firmware from it, and transfer this data to a new display. That's all, the firmware has been transferred and now we can check it. I left links to this programmer in the description under the video. As you can see, now two-tone is available on the new display. For example, if you do not transfer the firmware, you will lose the two-tone function, which gives a soft yellowish tone. As you can see, if two-tone function turned off, the display shines in a blue, colder tone. If this function is not important to you, you may not transfer this firmware. If everything works fine, you can begin to the final stage of assembly iPhone with restoration of water protection. Wipe the case using isopropyl alcohol and cotton swab. Now take a waterproof adhesive tape. The tape restores protection of water and dust on your iPhone. Before applying adhesive tape, make sure that you stick it on the right position. Press on the tape around edges for better sticking to the back housing. Now begin to the installation of the display. Connect 3 cables of the display module to the mainboard and only after that connect the battery cable. Fasten the last 2 screws near charging port and you can turn on your iPhone. Okay, the iPhone XS Max is assembled and working correctly. So I hope this video was useful for you and I helped restore your iPhone. See you guys on How-FixIT next time.